What if I told you that one of the most trusted, doctor-approved habits for people over 50 is quietly stealing your strength every single year, and almost no one warns you about it? What if the very thing you've been told is safe is slowly training your body to become weaker, less stable, and more vulnerable to pain and falls? Most adults over 50 genuinely believe they're doing everything right. They walk regularly, they avoid heavy or uncomfortable movements, they protect their joints, they stay cautious. And on the surface, that sounds smart, responsible, even wise. But here's the uncomfortable truth most people never hear. Safety alone does not equal strength. And strength, not caution, is what keeps you independent. According to research published in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy, nearly 68% of chronic lower back pain in adults over 50 is not caused by aging, arthritis, or wear and tear. It's directly linked to weak or inactive glute muscles, not bones breaking down, not discs wearing out, but muscles that were slowly forgotten. And this problem goes far beyond back pain. The American Council on Exercise reports that falls are the #1 cause of injury-related hospitalizations in adults over 65. And one of the strongest predictors of falls isn't poor eyesight, slow reflexes, or even balance tests. It's weak hips and glutes. That means you can be careful every single day, follow every rule, and still be unknowingly training your body to fail you when it matters most. On a staircase, a curb, a slippery floor, or even just getting up too fast from a chair. Now let me be very clear. This video is not about blaming you. It's not about criticizing doctors, physical therapists, or well-meaning advice. Walking is good. Stretching is helpful. Being cautious has value. But here's the missing piece almost no one talks about. What if those habits are only helping you maintain movement, but not protect your future strength? What if they're keeping you mobile, but not resilient? Because without strength, mobility is temporary. Here's another fact most people never hear. A long-term study from the University of Colorado found that adults with stronger glute muscles maintained a resting metabolic rate up to 12% higher than those with weaker glutes, even past the age of 50. That means better blood sugar control, more stable energy throughout the day, less fatigue after simple tasks, easier weight management without extreme workouts. In other words, stronger glutes don't just protect your joints, they support your metabolism, your endurance, and your overall quality of life. And yet, glute training is often skipped entirely. Some people think it's cosmetic, some think it's dangerous, some believe it's something you should have done years ago. But strength does not expire, and the human body responds to the right stimulus at any age. If you're watching this, it means you care about your future, about getting up from a chair without hesitation, about climbing stairs without gripping the railing, about walking confidently instead of cautiously, about traveling, gardening, playing with grandkids, or simply living your life without constantly calculating risk. This video wasn't made to scare you or push you beyond your limits. It was made to show you, with real science, simple movements, and respect for your body, that building strength after 50 isn't optional anymore. It's essential. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 5 carefully selected exercises designed specifically for the 50-plus body. These are movements trusted by physical therapists, movement scientists, and senior wellness experts, not trends pulled from social media. They're not about chasing soreness. They're not about punishment. They're about rebuilding what time and caution quietly took away. And if this message resonates with you, if you believe aging should come with confidence instead of decline, take a moment to like this video and share it with someone you care about. Because strength at this stage of life isn't about looking younger. It's about staying independent. For decades, people over 50 have heard the same advice. Just keep walking. It's safe, it's low impact, it's easy to stick with. And yes, walking is beneficial. It improves circulation, supports heart health, and keeps joints moving. But here's the truth rarely mentioned. Walking alone is not enough. A 2019 study from the University of Waterloo found that walking activates only about 32% of the gluteus maximus, the largest and most powerful muscle in your body. That means nearly 2/3 of your glute strength is left unused every time you walk. At the same time, according to the National Institutes of Health, adults lose roughly 1 to 2% of muscle mass per year after age 50. So if walking is the only thing you're doing, you're maintaining motion, but not fighting muscle loss. And muscle loss doesn't announce itself loudly. It happens quietly, year by year, until one day balance feels off. Stairs feel harder, pain shows up where it never used to. Here's the domino effect. Weak glutes lead to unstable hips. Unstable hips increase stress on the knees and lower back. That stress turns into chronic pain, joint irritation, and higher fall risk. And by the time pain shows up, the weakness has usually been there for years. But here's the empowering shift. What if walking was just your foundation, not your whole plan? What if adding a few targeted strength movements could reverse patterns that walking alone can't fix? The 5 exercises you're about to see are glute-focused, joint-safe, and specifically chosen for adults over 50. They're designed to rebuild strength from the ground up, safely, progressively, and effectively. So instead of doing more of what merely feels safe, what if you did what actually works? Let's start with number 5. Number 5, step-ups. This is the everyday strength test hiding in plain sight. Most people think step-ups are just walking with a little lift, but this one movement reveals more about your strength, balance, and fall risk than almost anything else. Think about real life. Climbing stairs, stepping onto a curb, getting into a car or truck. These aren't workouts. They're daily demands that require you to lift your entire body using one leg at a time. Step-ups activate the gluteus maximus, gluteus medius, and deep stabilizers of the hips and core, especially when done slowly and with control. A study from the University of Florida found that after just 6 weeks of step-up training, adults over 60 improved single-leg strength by 27% and stair stability by 33%, without heavy weights. Avoiding movements like this because they feel challenging may seem safe in the moment, but over time it leads to imbalance, hesitation, and dependence. The safer solution is scaling, not avoiding. Use a low step, hold a wall or chair for balance, press through the heel, move slowly and deliberately. What feels difficult today becomes freedom tomorrow. Number 4, glute kickbacks. This small movement quietly protects your lower back and retrains proper movement. Glute kickbacks teach your body to extend the hip without stealing effort from the spine. When glutes weaken, the lower back takes over. That compensation increases spinal pressure and leads to pain that's often blamed on age. Research published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy shows that targeted glute activation improves balance, gait confidence, and hip control in older adults in as little as 4 weeks. Slow movement, controlled squeeze, no rushing. You're not lifting a leg, you're correcting a pattern. Number 3, the glute bridge, the strongest position you can build while lying down. The glute bridge isolates the posterior chain and restores the brain-to-muscle connection that often fades with age. It teaches your body to use the glutes before the spine, a critical skill for pain-free movement. In an 8-week clinical trial, adults over 55 reduced chronic lower back pain by more than 40% using glute bridges and core stabilization alone. Not medication, not surgery. Movement. Number 2, seated band abduction, the invisible stabilizer of every step you take. The gluteus medius keeps your pelvis level and your knees aligned when you walk. When it weakens, your body collapses inward, increasing stress on the hips and knees and dramatically raising fall risk. Multiple studies show hip abduction strength is one of the strongest predictors of fall recovery ability in adults over 65. Small movement, big payoff. And finally, number 1, the most misunderstood exercise for adults over 50, the Bulgarian split squat. It looks advanced. It sounds intimidating. But when scaled properly, it's one of the most powerful functional strength builders available. It trains balance, coordination, and single-leg strength, the exact demands of real life. Physical therapists use this movement to restore symmetry, correct gait issues, and rebuild confidence in movement after injury or long periods of weakness. This isn't about pushing limits, it's about reclaiming control. These weren't trendy exercises, they were foundations. After 50, your body doesn't need more intensity. It needs smarter stimulus, clear signals, consistent effort. Science is clear. You can rebuild muscle, restore movement, and reduce pain well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Glute strength isn't about appearance. It's about independence, confidence, trusting your body again. Every rep is a message to your future self. I still matter, I'm still capable, and I'm not done.